Hi there. Good morning. It's Saturday morning. So I'm going to make Bun Rieu today. I'm just going to go through the ingredients very quickly, and then we're going to do everything step by step. So I bought the neck bone at the Asian market, and they'll chop it up for you in pieces. I washed this off already. And then next thing we're going to need is dry shrimp. As you can see, I've been soaking them in the hot water and let it sit for about a couple hours. We do need some ground pork, some fried tofu. We need eggs. And here's the sauce that we need is the shrimp paste. Okay. And then we also need this minced crab meat in spice. And these are the brands that I use. And if you want additional, you can add the lump crab meat. Okay, we'll go over that in a minute. And of course, you've got to have salt, fish sauce, and sugar. And I bought the white radish is because I want the broth to be a little bit more sweeter. The radish will make the broth sweet. So we are going to start. So what I'm gonna do right now is I'm gonna put these in the pot and boil it for about 5 minutes, and then I'm gonna drain everything off, clean it off before I actually put it back in the pot and let it simmer for about an hour. Okay, so I have this water. I turned it on a couple minutes ago, so it's getting ready to boil. So I'm just gonna go ahead and put these in gently, so you don't burn yourself. And then we're just gonna let it cook for probably about 5 minutes. Okay, so as you can see, this is one reason why we boil the meat for 5 minutes. And if you see, so what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna pull this off, everything else off, and then I'm gonna wash the neck bone, and then I'll put it back in the pot again. Okay, so as you see, I washed, it's clean, put it back in the pot, and now I'm gonna add this radish in here. And then I'm gonna add water. And then I'm just gonna turn it, let it simmer for about an hour and a half. Okay, so this is the dry shrimp. I used a food processor and kind of chopped them. I didn't want to, last time I made it, and I made it too fine, and I really didn't taste the dry shrimp. So this time I kind of like make it a little bit more chunky. Okay, so we're gonna add the ground pork in there. Again, I like to add the white crab meat in here. Okay. All right. Again, we were talking about the seasoning that we had. With the whole thing in here. This is the shrimp paste. Next thing we are putting in here is the crab meat. And put the whole thing in here. And then we're just gonna mix it up. Mix it up first. Okay, so I mix it up a little bit, as you can see. Okay, and now it's time to put some eggs in here. I'm gonna put about 5 eggs in here. Okay, so I have 5 eggs in here. It depending on how much eggs you like. Okay, you can put 7, you can put 6, but this time I'm only gonna put 5. All right, so now we're gonna mix it up, and once it's mixed up, we're just gonna wait until the broth is ready. All right, for right now. Okay, so earlier, as I mentioned, I forgot to mention that it's tomato, so we had to add some tomato in here. Now I'm gonna let the tomatoes in here and let it cook before we put the meat in here. Let's see, maybe I just doing it this way without. Oops, sorry. All right, so now we're gonna let it simmer for about 10 minutes, and then we'll come back to it. Okay, so I cooked this for about 5 minutes. The tomato looks a little bit soft. So now we have to turn the heat down to low, because when we put this in, we don't want it to break it apart. So we just gently drop them off. Okay. You can use it any side you want. Just spread them out a little bit. So what I have here is a half teaspoon of salt and a tablespoon of sugar and a tablespoon of the fish sauce. So I'm gonna put it in here. I won't stir it up that much because I don't want to break up the meat. Okay, and this dish basically is done. We're just gonna have to finish with I'm putting some scallions in here, and then we'll come up with the noodle. I'm gonna cook the noodle, and then we'll put it together as a dish. Okay, so this is the final dish of the Bun Rieu. It's the Vietnamese soup. And then you can garnish with cabbage, banana flower leaf, and some mint. Give it a try, and I hope you will enjoy it.